is easy because it doesn't even require simplifying, really. It's just writing it in and being done. Alright, so let me just make a point really quick, not to make this video super long, because I'm also want to relax a little bit before I go back to school. That's silly. I gotta do a lot of uploading and stuff like that as well. So I'm just going to take just a second here, and you don't have to write this down, or you could, your choice. I just want to show you that this, if I factor it with the Xbox way, because there's a number in front of that m squared, that it does still work. Remember, our answer from just using the formula was this. So let's see if it's right. So I'm going to rewrite this as this to help out with the Xbox way. There's nothing in the middle, right? 0m. So 4m squared goes here, negative 9 goes there. You multiply them, and you get negative 36m squared. And then the middle is 0m. So what multiplies to get negative 36m squared but adds to get 0m? That's two things that cancel each other out completely, which has to be 6 and negative 6. Okay? And then what can you take out of the top? Let's see, these two, I've got a 2m in common. These two have also got a 2m in common because they multiply to get 4m squared. 2m times 3 is 6m. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. So you see how we ended up with 2m plus 3 and 2m minus 3. So, I mean, you could do it the Xbox way, and I certainly wouldn't count it as wrong on a test or a quiz or a homework, but I do want to mention that it's faster to use the special formulas, and a good mathematician uses the easiest method because we want to save time and we're lazy. Alright, 2 more problems. This one's going to be a little harder. 16p squared minus 40pq plus 25q squared. Alright, remember, this is already multiplied, and we're trying to factor. So we're starting on that right side, and you're trying to find something that is similar to this. Okay, things I'm noticing. 16 is a perfect square. 25 is a perfect square. This is some sort of combination in the middle. So I'm probably going to do an a square, 3 things, right? This one's out, that's too short, that's too short, this one's too long, that one's too long. These are just right, Goldilocks, and we've got to figure out which one. So see how this one's a minus right there in front of the 40pq, which makes me think, ooh, we're using formula number 3, which is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay. And that's going to break down into, when you factor it, it'll break down to a minus b squared. So the hardest question now is, what's a, what's b? Well, according to my formula, I don't need to use that. According to my formula, a squared is this one. So what squared makes 16p squared? That would be 4p. And what squared makes 25q squared? That's 5q. Okay, so if I have it here, this is 4p minus 5q squared. Not so bad. And actually, I'm going to jump to the other sheet for 1 second. Because let's say, I mean, like this one isn't too hard to figure out to say, yep, I can tell that I did that right. This one, you're kind of left in the dark thinking, did I do that right? I have no idea. I mean, I know that 4p squared is definitely 16p squared, and 5q squared is definitely 25q squared. But what about this middle junk? Does that actually work? So what you can always do, remember, if you want to try it out, is you can just multiply it back together and see if it works. So 4p minus 5q twice, that's 16p squared. Down here is 25q squared, but we knew that. We expected that on both of those. And then here, if you multiply these two, you get negative 20pq. This one's also negative 20pq. And together they make negative 40pq, which is right there. Okay, so it's easy to check your work on these problems. Very easy. One question left. Example 6. All right. Factor. All right, this one's up to you. You've got to decide x cubed plus 27. Remember, we have to factor, so we're looking for something that is similar on the right side. And you've got to decide what formula to use and then how to use it. So go ahead, pause the video, give it a try. Okay. I'm assuming that you did that. So hopefully you realize that this is definitely a cubed plus b cubed this time. Big hint here is that it's a cube right there, and also that 27 is a perfect cube, which is 3 times 3 times 3. So a in this case is x, and 3 in this case is b. And then if I look at what the formula originally was, let's see, it factored as a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So just filling stuff in, this is x plus 3, a is x squared, minus x times 3, or minus 3x, plus 3 squared, which is 9. There you go. Did you do it right? All right, your homework is page 33, numbers 71, 75, 84, and page 44, numbers 51, 55, 60, 62, and we're going to call number 77 a bonus. So this one is not part of the assignment, but I am going to tell you that tomorrow it's going to be the warm-up, and I'm going to give away a nice prize for it. So it's just kind of giving you a heads up that you can give that a try. It's going to be a little bit harder, but it's a factoring problem using these special products. So, all right, tune back into the Teams chat if you need help. I'd be happy to help you. Bye.